some of the COVID-19 numbers are not adding up when it comes to case count. Pennsylvania and Philadelphia are working to get an accurate count of the number of coronavirus cases in the city. Natasha Brown has that update.
After a day of reporting no new COVID-19 deaths in Philadelphia, the number has risen as the weekend data catches up to the current day.
We had 17 new confirmed deaths from the coronavirus infection, bringing this to a total of 743. What I'm giving you each day is the number of people who have been confirmed as of the previous 24 hours as having died of the infection. Now, that's not how many people have died the previous day. They may have died days ago, or in some cases more than a couple of weeks ago. There's a variety of reasons where there may be delays between when the death occurred and when we get the report.
Health officials say despite the increase and the day's 370 new positive cases, they are seeing a promising trend.
Clearly, we're on the downslope.
Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf is continuing to assess the coronavirus outbreak across the state as he looks to move counties into a gradual reopening phase. During a phone conference with reporters today, he says he's still concerned about what he's seeing here in the southeastern part of the state.
Our data is actually that Philadelphia did not have 0 deaths yesterday. There was maybe a delay in reporting. We need good data in order to make these decisions. We're trying to flatten the curve, and if we're flattening the curve by basically pretending that there aren't deaths or aren't new cases, that's not helping us. We need to do it based on accurate information.
We're going to work to put in place the changes in terms of our system and working with our other data systems and with Philadelphia to try to reconcile that data on a daily basis.
Philadelphia officials say they're in constant communication with the Wolf administration about the current state of the city and its coronavirus cases, all knowing this densely populated area poses different challenges for containing the spread.
We've been always trying to approach this as a southeastern regional issue, that obviously we're a densely populated area of the state compared to other areas of the state, and the rules that apply, say, in Erie County or in Tioga County would not necessarily apply in Philadelphia or Montgomery County.
Natasha Brown, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.